hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yeah, I'm too up. Round blew up. Copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up. Brought them, went to jail for them.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. This is Rashad Penny, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Penny. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. On 1st and 10, Goff. And his first pass is incomplete.
They had a good game catching the ball at the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Now, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Goff. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Robert Woods, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Penny, a first down carry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play's going.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Goff on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. And Dixon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. To kick is Janikowski. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. They still can't get it. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nearly a a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And some room to roam now. Oh, still going. Still shedding tackles. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selecting running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the 2nd round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns. He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A handoff to Penny. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Mark Barron in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Gotta go. Come on, let's go.
They get it to him running left. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Gotta go.
Here's Penny. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Now a 1st down throw, gone. And this one's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Forced out to his left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He lets it fly for Lockett. This is intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. 14.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Goff again. Escaping the pressure right. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Right side complete. That's Woods. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Gurley. Oh, good move. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Dancing to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. The carry here for the big tight end. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Play action. Now Wilson out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. John Johnson with the INT. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The 4-time Pro Bowler, Cam Chancellor. And it'll make this a second and long. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. On second down, here's Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
14. Gotta go.
Now Wilson on first down. Now he's flushed out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Completes it to Dixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ed Dixon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out to kick is Janikowski. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Gotta go.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Out to kick is Janikowski. Cooper on the return. Fights through at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, you picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
DC.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Escaping the pressure right. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down is gone. That's into the hands of Reynolds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down?
They got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 41 yards. They'll run it now. Out of gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing now is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mark Barron. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Spread left. Shift this side. We got three. 18.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Now he's forced out right. He's going to let it fly. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Los Angeles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Seattle, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start, and they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.